Hi everyone, I have my 3 glue books done. Glue books, junk journals, collage journals, art journals, whatever you want to call them, whatever you want to use them for. So let's get right to checking them out. They each have a different element and I'll explain in a minute. So the first one here is the gooseberry patch, and this one's my favorite. It's 10.5 by 10, so it's almost a square journal. This one has the little tiny print, like a calico tiny print here on the spine, and then I did some collaging here to cover up kind of the wording and the author and stuff here. So this is kind of cute. I just loved it. And then it has 3 signatures. Of course, I have ravels still everywhere. And then on the back, it had the big kind of advertisement with the author and stuff. So what I did is some collaging, and I made some pockets. Here's a vintage card. So what I did leave is the simple country pleasures on here. And then this is a fabric pocket with a little journaling card here too. So this is the element that is different on this one. I will show you the difference on the other ones. This one has a little tiny bead dangle. These are like little seed beads. So this one has a dangle. And then, so each one has a little different element. This one has some trim, but this one has a photo pocket here in the front. So there are a little bit different elements for each one. So I made something special for each one, put it that way. Okay, so I got all these ravelings. Okay, so let's jump right through these. And so these are all made from book, book covers. So this one's the Simple Country Pleasures, the Gooseberry Patch. I can't talk this morning. This one has a homemade library card. So I made a library card for this one since there was nothing here on the front. And they all have the same, basically same pages from the same books. So this is a children's bunny book, and it has a really thick page. This is a vintage children's book. This book page is a older book about birds, really thick. I try to keep the pages pretty thick. I think there's only maybe 1 or 2 types of pages in here that are thin. And because of that, you're gluing and stuff like that. So you want to make sure your base pages that you're gluing to are pretty thick. So this is a cocktail recipe book, and it's just really cute. It has vintage vibe to it. Children's book. This is a book page about shoes, I believe, here. This one here. So this is the only one, not the only one, but I'll point them out. This is the only one. This is a very old, I don't know if it was Betty Crocker, but it's a cookbook page. But this is the only one that's thin, but they're very beautiful. Here is a calendar page. Here's a nice thick children's book page. I always put in a large giant envelope because if you're like me, if you're looking through a magazine or whatever, if you're, just came back from the store and you want to keep some packaging or something like that, or some receipts or whatever, and you're not ready to sit down and glue them in, I always like to have a pocket where I can just shove everything in, and when I'm ready, I just, pull them out and look. So this I have not cut right here because you can seal it and make the pocket this way, or you can cut it here and make the pocket this way. So I always leave those for you to do. This custom art collection. Okay, so this is art. Oh yes, this is an art book page, and I'll show you on the other side. This has a perforated page here where you can tear the artwork out and actually put them in a picture frame. I love this book. This is a book on Elvis. And I love it because it's like scrapbook style, you know, so it's just perfect for this. And so in a lot of these pockets, I've tucked in like some vintage book pages for you. So there's this one. This one's got vegetables on it. And some foods and surprise. And this one is, what is he talking about? I'm not sure. But anyways, he's playing cowboy. So there's that one. This is wallpaper. Book page. This is in the middle here. So this is a bunny book page. So now we're on the other side. Wallpaper. I don't have anything in this pocket. This is the artwork. See, so it's perforated here where you can actually take this page out and use it as a photo. Here's the other side of that. I just love all of these book pages. I try to do different colors. Here's that, the thin recipe page. Here's the book about shoes. Bird book, children's book, the rabbit. This is really thick. I love this. And it all lays completely flat. That's why I leave a little bit of space in between here. This one is a atlas book page, kind of atlas history. It's very thick. It is big, so I left it so you could fold it down and do some cool stuff down here, or you can make it a pocket. Another book page from a children's vintage book. All of my books are thrifted. Designs for every occasion. This is a floral book. Oh, this is a wallpaper, a vintage one actually. And I made this into a little pocket here. Yeah, 1987? 1997? I'm not sure. So anyways, there's this one. Book page. And this is a page from this book here. And then this is from a book that has talks about patterns and stuff. This is the only other thin-ish type book page, but it is like a newspaper. It's an entire book of newspaper print from the New York Times. So that's what that is. This is an encyclopedia book page, very thick. I put in a fun envelope to do some fun stuff in. Love the colored book pages. Children's book page. Here is a paper sack. Again, paper sacks are fun to keep all your stuff in. And this one I did not cut open, but you can cut it open. This is a large book about, I think, a United States. It's just all different kinds of regions. This is a flower painting book. I just love the book pages on these. Isn't that beautiful? It's the other side of that book, the other side of the bag. So this one is open for you. Children's book page, the encyclopedia. Here I put a CD sleeve in here for you to put something fun in there. Here's that shoe book. It's got vintage shoes. That's the sewing book. Book page from this book. Oh, this is the wallpaper, the other side. The flower book, the children's book. Here's the other side. This folds down. And then the last signature, each one has 3 signatures. This one has a pocket. I do have some fun things stuffed in it. This is a sewing book page. I have 2 pages stuck together here to make, you can make a pocket or do whatever, collage with it. This is the Sears Robe book. This is not an original. This is like a reprint, one of those fun reprint books. That's cool. And then here's some scrapbooking type like frames and little cutouts. That's there. And here's, this is a vintage, I think it's the mouse, yeah, it's a mouse book story. Encyclopedia page. This is a cocktail book page. Children's book page. This is an inspirational poem. Here is a cookbook page. This is a little bit thicker. This one I did leave the page so that in case you wanted to keep these recipes or actually, you know, use it, you can. So I folded them down. Chicken paprika casserole. This is a rose book, an old one. It's on a binder, and I took the binder out, and so it makes this kind of fun edging there. And then wrapping paper. So the wrapping paper, the old vintage cookbook page, and I think it was the Los Angeles Times. Those are the only 3 papers that are in here that are thin. And then this is a old typing book page. This is this is like, I think the Victoria's Secret's book page. And this nice and thick. This is an owl book page, which is from this book. And then in it, I put some vintage book pages for you to have fun with. Here's some wallpaper border. Here is it's a nature book page. And then here I put in these fun packing lists. And then I left it, I didn't seal it here, but this is adhered to the wallpaper. And then in it is a pocket with a card that you can alter. So I thought that was kind of fun to add in there for you. And then here's another pocket. I put in this vintage, well, this is not vintage. Actually, this is, well, maybe like 20 years ago. It's all about things that were vintage. So like Geritol, see, it says invented in 1950. It's kind of fun. It's 2 pages that are glued together that you can make a pocket with or collage with. And then here is another really old book page that has all the browning around it. So that's pretty cool. I stuck that in there for you. Excuse me. All right. And so now we're on the other side of these book pages. There's the recipe that folds down. Couldn't cut off the strawberry shortcake. Okay, so these are all the other sides of those book pages. Look at that, isn't that fun? Love this mouse book. Here's a pocket. And this is another one of the book pages from the vintage stuff. And I thought this would be kind of cool to cut out these words, because these are all words of like stuff when they were invented is what that book was. So it's kind of cool. You see some stuff in here that you don't see anymore. And then this one is another book page. So that's in here. And then that's the back. All right. So that is that one. Fun, fun, fun. I love it. It's got the soft cover. And you can turn it almost all the way around. See, I love that. And then you can, write or work on it, just 1 page. So there is that one, the Gooseberry Patch. Okay. Now, this is the owl one, and I have a shine right here, I see. So maybe I need to put something up underneath just so that you don't get that light. I guess maybe that doesn't help. Okay. This one, where's my thing? This one is approximately 9.5 by 12 in probably a half-ish. This one has the polka dot colored trim with blue colored accent trim here. And then the back, I covered up the barcode with this little piece of, and it's fraying, little piece of upholstery fabric. I love this owl. If you love owls, you'll love this one. Okay, so let's go in. Again, it's the same set of pages, so I will go a little bit faster. I handmade this book page library pocket. Here's your library card, and then I found this really cool owl tag. Not really everything in here is owl themed, but it's just kind of fun. So I did make this tag here to go in this window. And so this is a tag that you can have fun with. And then he peeks through here. So that's kind of the accent for this book. Okay, now, so here's some more book pages. This is some wildlife book pages. And then another book page here to have fun with and collage with. So there's that. Okay, again, it's the same book pages, but of course, you know, you can't have the same 2 book pages. Here's the envelope, the owl book page from this book. Oh, this is a different book page from the other ones. I didn't have that in there. This is a vintage cookbook page, Snickerdoodles. This actually is a different page from that one too. This is a book. It's a book of nothing just but pictures, and it has really thick pages, and it's really cool. I mean, it has photos of like just a ton of different things. This happens just to be like your table. Children's book page. Here again is that thin vintage cookbook, but I just love it. Okay, there's the Victoria's Secrets book page. Oh, yep, this is a different one too. Here's the craft paper big giant desktop calendar. So there's that. Here's the art page that you can tear out. Wallpaper. Children's book page. Here is that art flower book. Love that. Okay, now we're just on the other side. Excuse me. Here's this art one. Again, you can tear this out. Every day is special. Cookbook page. Owl page. Envelope. This one I did cut open here. This is a flower book page. Another calendar book page. Children's book page. This one, it's the big atlas page. And I put another couple book pages. Oh, look at this one. I love that. With the birch tree and the kid ice skating. I really love that. Oh, and then this one's driving on a snowy road. Oh, that's really pretty. And then this is a couple old book pages. I mean, they're really, really old. I mean, you can see they're kind of falling apart, but it'll be fun to collage with. And I'm just hoarding too much stuff, and I gotta share. Okay, second signature. Again, this one lays really flat. Book page. This is a big, giant nursery book page. Another book. Here's the New York Times. Wallpaper. Wrapping paper. Cookbook page. I think this is from... oh gosh, what is the name of that? Oh gosh, I can't think of it right now. Gosh, what is it called? I don't have it right here either. Sorry. I'll remember it. It'll come to me. It's a Valentine's book, children's book page. Again, this is a big atlas book page. Cookbook page. This is really cool. Here's some shiny wallpaper. It's kind of glittery. Here's adult coloring book page. Another children's book page. Isn't that cute? I just love this. This is a poem book page. Here's another bird book page. Oh yes, this is the other thin one. Does it tell the date? 1972. This is a 1972 giant, it's one of those giant like Life magazines. And I just thought it was really cool with the Coca-Cola and the football player there. This is inspirational book pages. Children's book page, really, really thick. Okay, now we're on the other side. Here it is. I don't think it says, yeah, it doesn't say. I think it's Life, like a Life one. Here's the book page, poems, kids pages. I love that. Giant coloring book pages, and here I stuck the packing list in this one, and same thing, I put a card in there. Recipe book page. I'm just trying to go quick because I don't want this video to be like really long, but rice pudding. Okay, third signature. These book pages are from this giant, and I mean giant, book page on pets. And it's nothing but pictures. There's no words in it at all, and I love it. And I use it to make my envelopes, which I'll have to show you how I do that. I mean, it's not hard, but just so I can share how I do that. This is the Rose book page, the other children's book page, some wallpaper border. This is a heavy placemat, you know, for your table. You just rip it off the pad. This is a cookbook page. This is a pretty thick one. This is an old one. This is a gardening book page from a different gardening book. This is from that sewing book. This is like a memoir book, and it's really heavy pages, and he handwrites, except for these got pictures on of his family. And then I added this fun envelope for you to have fun with a big window. Book page. Here's the bag. Elvis page. Just love that. Book on the butterflies. Here's the bunny page. Mary Ingebrigtsen book page. Here's the envelope. Book page. Yeah, here. This is the other side, how he has handwriting. I just love having handwriting. It's really cool. So I thrifted that book at a thrift store. Gardening page, the cookbook page. And then this one, I made a pocket in the back, and I stuck kind of some cardstock, and then another, oh, this is a single page. Yeah, another single book page in there. So this one has a pocket that I made. And then, oh, 1997, the wallpaper. Goldilocks and the Three Bears book page. And here's the other side of the dog book page. I mean, there's dogs, kitties. Isn't that beautiful? I just love that book. Okay, so there is that one. And I believe this one is the same way. You can turn it all the way around. I just love that option. Okay, so that's a big one. If you like big glue book or big make journal, whatever you want to use it for, then you will like that one. All right. The last one that I have is the Little Golden Book collection book. It has the three Little Golden Book collections. So it's the Saggy Baggy Elephant, the Sailor Dog, and Scuffy the Tugboat is what's on the cover. And then on the back, this is kind of where the barcode was down here, so I put some fabric. And then there was something here, I don't remember, but I put a paint chip there, and then I put this little tag in here, so this is a little fun pocket on the back. And then you have, this is a different element on this one. This one is in the middle of the signature, here where I tied the string. And so this is just a bunch of, it's not just, but it's a bunch of little seed beads. And then there's three heart charms on the bottom of each one. And I think they say different things. Hold on. Oh, this one's just a heart. This one says made in the USA. And then this one has white porcelain on it. Let me see if I can get all three in the picture for you. Right there. If you can see them. So this one is two-sided. Well, they're all two-sided, but this one has the like enamel paint on it. So that's on the back of that one. You can see it. And then this one is like the USA. And then it says, sorry if you can read it, it says made in the USA. Okay, so that's that one. So there's gold, green, and pink seed beads. And the beads are so small that it doesn't hurt, you know, when you're, you know, they're not in the way at all. It still lays flat. So that's why I did that. I didn't want to use giant beads. Okay, this one. Oh, let's get a measurement. Sorry. I'm just trying to move along fast so it's not so long. This one is like 11 by like 9. So this is a large one too. This one had its own, you know, belongs to here. So I didn't touch it or mess with it. Okay. Same thing. Here's that big giant pet book page. So it's got a little pony and a dog. It's so cute. Look at this white horse. Okay, here's a green think it's like a herbal book. Here's that really cool stencil book page. These are really cool. I love this book, and I'm almost out of these pages. Here's children's book page. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? Here's that art kind of history book. Children's book page. This is a knitting book page. Another book page. Children's book page. Here's an old well, this is learning a different language, I think. Yeah. And then this one is a shoe book page. Isn't that cool? Let me zoom down just a tad more. And it has numbers and stuff on the back. It's really cool to collage with. Here's the painting book page. Recipe book page from an old recipe book. This is the like around the world picture book. Here's the cocktail book. Here's some vintage wrapping paper. Here is some wallpaper. This is older wallpaper too, probably 1997. So I made a pocket. I put in a couple book pages for you to have fun with. Look at these. Look how old these are. And it's got big writing too. So there's there. And then here is a kind of like a reader type children's book page. So there's a bunch in there for you to have fun with. Get those back in there. It's just kind of a shallow pocket. Here's that writing memoir book. The Valentine's book page. Here is a page on how to draw. And then now we're on the other side. This one I put in a couple napkins for you to have fun collaging with. See, look at those vintage cocktail. It's just so much fun. The art book. Here's the sewing book. The vocabulary lessons. Children's book page. It's raining. It's pouring. Sewing book page. This is kind of the 80s, I think. I love these bright pages. Isn't that adorable? There's the stencil book. Here's the donkey. See, they have all kinds of pets. Isn't that cool? Just beautiful. I love that book. I have it almost all taken apart, and there's not many pages left of it. So if I find another one, I'll grab it because I do love it. And these make great envelopes. Okay, this is the placemat paper. It's not paper, it's like cardstock. Then I put an envelope here for you two to have fun. Okay, so that's in there. Some music paper, children's book page. This is, oh, what is his name? Bob Ross. I always think about this big hair. Bob Ross coloring book page. Elvis book page. The sewing book page. These are all really thick pages. Isn't that adorable? Calendar page. Really thick page. Encyclopedia. An old one. Bird book. This is the Victoria's Secrets book. And then here's one of the thin ones. This is that recipe book page. Looks like it had gotten wet at one time. Gardening book page. And then here is another napkin. Wouldn't that be fun? These are tomatoes. This is wallpaper. And then here is one of the other thinner pages, and that's that Time magazine or Life, one of the two. Children's book page. Sewing book page. Here's some vintage wrapping paper. And then this is the middle signature, or the middle, some vintage book page. And then now we're just on the other side. Oh, isn't that adorable? Oops. Sorry, didn't miss that one. Look at that. And then here I put one, oh, I didn't put a thingy in there. Let me grab one. Okay, so here is a flashcard to go in there. It's kind of the other side of all of. Okay, children's book page. Isn't that an adorable puppy? Elvis. The Bob Ross book. Children's book page, music. This one I made into a little tuck, and I put some paper here. And then this is some wrapping paper I stuck in there. And then the last signature is the big the craft paper calendar. This is a really big calendar. That's the wrapping paper. Here's the needlework book page, New York Times book page. Here's the owl book page from the owl book. The roses, children's book page, the bunny book. This one has pockets, and I put in some scrapbook of paper in there for you, some different stuff. Here's the inspirational book page. This is wallpaper. Isn't this kind of like, isn't that kind of like weird? I don't know. Anyways, it's different. It's like plants. I don't know. And this one's not old. I mean, this is probably 3-4 years ago. I got those from the Sherwin-Williams store, I believe. Vintage book page, recipe book page. And again, here's that book page that it's just a book of pictures. See? Isn't that cool? This is kind of vintage. Look at the kitty cat. Here's the mouse book. This is a how to do wreaths. And then here is a corner pocket. I stuck that in there for something different, so you can tuck some things in there. And then this is another pocket you can have. This is one of those big envelopes, and I just did a fancy cut on it. And then here is the book page where you can tear out the art. So this one's the middle. And then here's the other side of the envelope. This is the big envelope. So I cut that open and did that. And then here's another corner pocket. That would be fun to do some things with. And so now these are just the other side. There's the the camel. And then this one's got a pig. And again, here's that picture book with just pictures. Children's book, recipe. Here I did a envelope for you. A fold-out envelope on that wallpaper. Here's a pocket with some different kinds of paper scraps and things to collage and have fun with. The bunny paper, I just love that. And then the Valentine's bunny page, the owl page, New York Times. Here's a craft book page. The wrapping paper, and here's the side pocket. I put a couple pieces of, if you can see it, it's like see-through, kind of like a fabric paper. And then this is really cool, like almost like a parchment paper. So those are stuck in there. And then the last page has a couple more. This is like some really shiny silver paper and some more other types of paper in the side pocket here. And then that's the back. So there we go. Oh my gosh. So let me zoom back out here real quick, and I'll bring them back in. So we have the Golden Book Collection book, the Owl book, and we have the Gooseberry Patch book. So those are the three that I have. When you see this video up, it will be up hopefully on Sunday. I'll have these all posted too in my Etsy shop. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.